everybody is tipsy. Got the 2-piece, and you know that it's crispy. Welcome to the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast. We keep the combo flowing, hope you got a tall glass. Hosted by your favorite two, Rob Hollywood and J Duke the Groove.
What? It's your boy Rob Hollywood.
And I'm J Duke the Groove.
And this is the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast, episode number 56. Yeah, episode number 56. Coming right back at you as we always do. Brought to you by Chicken Whiskey Network. Sponsored, supported by Wingstop. Already had my wings. They be giving it to us too early, so you know, hey man, we ain't eating them because we already ate them. But shouts out to the Wingstop out here in Arlington and everywhere else that they always at. But this is the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast, episode number 56. I'm Rob Hollywood. That's J Do the Groove. We gonna do what we do, and we gonna do what we say what we say, and all of that shit. So what up, Will? What up, J Do? What's going on, my boy?
What's good with it, man? Shit, man. You know, we back.
We back.
Back at it again.
Another Friday about noon. You know what I'm saying? Check us out. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Be sure to hit like, subscribe, and share, and all of that shit that you do for everybody else. You be smelling your corks now? I don't know. Am I supposed to? Is that a thing I'm supposed to do?
I don't know if it's a thing.
Oh, I don't know if that's a thing. But yeah,
it might not be a thing.
Oh yeah. So if you're tuned in, wherever you're tuned in at, we appreciate you for tuning in. If you're listening, go watch it on YouTube. That's where we need you at.
Go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube and watch us talk our shit. If you're on YouTube and want to go listen to us, because you can't do this shit at the same time, do that shit too. So you can watch us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, all of that shit. But so let's do what we do, how we open up as we always do. We always open up with a shot, and then we get into the shit. Shots. As we get into the shots, tell me about what you're drinking on over there, my brother.
Today I'm checking it out myself, man. I ain't drank this in a little minute.
Okay.
Today I got the Knob Creek casket strength. All right, let's see if y'all can get that in the camera.
Yep.
Authenticated. Knob Creek, we in the building. Yeah, this one good, man. This is a Kentucky whiskey.
Is that a rye? Did it look like it was a rye?
Yeah, this is a rye.
I'm not a fan of rye. I'm not a fan of the rye.
It got a little more bite.
Do you know what rye means? Do you know what rye means? Because I don't know. I didn't know this shit tastes weird.
Rye is a grain. It's the grain content in the whiskey. So you know, you have your corn and you have your rye. Mm-hmm. Corn, rye, and I think it's something else. I can't remember. I gotta look that up. Google that, Sweat.
What's up?
All right. So, shout out to my boy. My guy. Yeah. So rye is more rye than corn in the mash, and so but the rye that typical that whiskey burn that you have, it's from the rye. So the more rye you have in a whiskey, the more it has that bite, you know.
Okay.
I should have said more of that bite than burns. I mean, I guess the burns can come from the alcohol itself, but and the proof and everything else. But yeah, now this one is 127 proof, man.
That's heavy right there. That's heavy on the proof. It's heavy on the proof.
Yeah, heavy on the proof.
So
so I'm on the knob. What you drinking on, cuz?
Man, I'm going Old Faithful tonight. I'm going back to the original shit of the good old purple bag of Crown Royal.
Okay. The original. It ain't no flavored one in there.
Ain't no flavored one in here. We're going straight Crown.
You went way back.
We're going all the way back to the basic
Somebody
Crown.
must have brought that to your house.
The basic Crown and the basic Coke. I got a whole 2-liter over here.
Hey, dog, look, man, I got my Coke too, dog.
There you go. Shout out to Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Shout out to Crown.
Yeah, dog.
That's what we doing. So, I ain't got no long ass story. I'm cutting my shit. I ain't got no long ass story of no history of Crown Royal to tell y'all. Everybody know what Crown Royal is. So
there is a history to Crown Royal though, but I want to talk about. There's a chick. There's a little chick that did like some house restorations. Not house restorations. They were tearing down all of these houses in Detroit. And but until they were torn down, they were just abandoned houses. So she went through and she painted all of these houses like colors that were distinctive or kind of ingrained into Black culture. So I think the first color she painted was ultra sheen teal. Like, you remember ultra sheen?
No.
Ultra sheen. Like the little hair stuff.
Oh, okay. Ultra sheen, the hair shit. Okay.
Yeah, ultra sheen.
My bad.
Well, you know that color, that teal kind of greenish color. Well, she painted the house ultra sheen pink. Green. And then she painted another one like pink moisturizer pink. Okay. Well, one of the houses she painted was Crown Royal purple.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just thought about that when we was talking about Crown Royal.
Never.
Yeah, dog, man. Jay do the groove. I'll hit you with all the useless knowledge.
With the useless knowledge, you know what I'm saying?
Useless knowledge. Call me Niggapedia.
Nick, you said Niggapedia?
Niggapedia.
We just talked about that last episode, man. You can't say that word no more.
Oh yeah, that's right. We canceled that word.
Brotherpedia. But I got my shot. I got my shot. My Miami Beach shot. I don't know where I got the glass from.
I ain't even pulled it up. I got mine.
Yeah, this is from the wife's bachelorette party. She brought me a fucking shot glass back. But you know, the Saints, y'all alright. Y'all lost our quarterback.
We lost our quarterback.
By the time y'all see this, it might be another loss in the tank. But you know,
they already said they ain't even looking at Cam.
They like, fuck it.
Said they ain't even looking at Cam. Damn, my how the mighty have fallen. But how we do about this time? It goes up to it,
down to it.
We do it
'cause we used to it.
Fuck those
who don't do it.
Let's get fucked up. Drink, motherfucker, drink.
Drink, motherfucker, drink. This week's episode of the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast is brought to you by Wingstop. Wingstop Arlington, to be more specific, where we know you want that sauced and tossed Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now located at their new location at 2030 South Cooper. That's Arlington, Texas, 76013. Go check them out. Oh, what up, world? We are back with another episode of Chicken Whiskey Podcast, episode number 55. We got all of the paying the bills out the way.
I thought we was on 56.
You're right. Episode 56. It's a little different because we here every Friday, so that when we run through episodes
every
now.
Friday, dog.
Every Friday. Be sure to check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio.
Make sure you like and subscribe
and share and all of that shit. So,
what I've been up to?
What you been up to, my dog?
Oh, you know what? You know what I realized?
What you realized?
Young Hollywood.
Light my cigar. That's what I do.
No, is the older I get, the more and more important it is for me to schedule sleep.
Okay.
No, I really had somebody told me this week. Dog, you look tired.
Really?
Yeah, somebody told me. I think that's the first time anybody ever told me I look tired. Like they saw it on my face. I'm having a regular day. I really didn't even feel tired. But they told me, "Wow, you look tired."
How many hours of sleep do you need a night?
All right. How many hours do I need, or how many hours do I get, or how many hours do I plan?
How many hours do you need to be able to fully function and you good? Like, fuck it, I'm straight.
typically I can go. I'll tell you. I mean, normally I go off of 3.5, 4 hours.
Okay. I'm the same way. You
Right
give
now-
me
right
a
now,
solid. You give me a solid 5, 6. I'm good.
If I get 6, I mean, right now I've scheduled to have 6 hours.
Okay. That's in your app and shit on your phone.
Yeah, like on my phone tell me it's time to go to bed and shit. Like, and if I go to bed when my phone tell me to go to bed, then I'm gonna get 6 hours of sleep.
Okay.
But typically, I'm working on 3.5, 4 hours.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Which ain't healthy at all, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my hours because I really like my hours. So I think that 5, 6 hours, I'm good. I'm in the game. I'm up. I'm straight. You know how they say old people get up early. I'm old people now. I get up early.
I get up early in the motherfucker.
And
you know when my alarm goes off? My alarm in the morning goes off at 4:30.
Oh, I do
4:30
a.m.
a.m.
I do 5:30. I do 5:30.
Yeah, 4:30 a.m. man.
I do 5:30.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all gotta get to sleep, dog. That's what I've been up to, dog. I've been trying to figure out ways to extend my sleep, and not just like that. Like, I feel like we just talked about this. It's still an issue. Like, I'm trying to get that good sleep.
And I would also say that we just talked about this an episode ago, 2 episodes ago, and I heard it on the news this morning that time is about to change. So I know we discussed that.
We did talk about that.
Time changes.
Google that.
I think time changes like next week. I did hear that on the news this morning.
I'm about to look it up, man.
But let's go.
What you been up to, dog?
Nah, I ain't been up to shit. Watching TV, watching BMF, watching Ready for Love, doing what I do.
I started watching BMF, dog.
Did you?
Yeah.
That shit alright.
Dog, BMF is pretty solid, dog.
Yeah, that shit solid.
I think I got through the first part. I remember they just went to the club for the first time. Like they all dressed up to go to the club or whatever.
Yeah.
And all it's pretty solid, man. I'm enjoying it. You know, I've been off my blackity black Netflix for a while.
I see.
But you sucked me back in on that one, dog.
I ain't sucking the shit. Like, pause.
Really? That's what we doing?
No, I didn't. But yeah, it's a lot of good shows on right now that you can watch and check out. But I would enjoy if we could just go ahead and get into the shits.
All right.
Let's get into the shits.
Daylight savings time, by the way, is on the 7th. It's this coming Sunday.
Is it? I told you it was coming up. I heard it on the news.
What's the regular time? So if is daylight?
Is this fall? Is this fall back? No, this is spring.
Yeah, it's always. No, it's fall. Really?
No, this is
Did
fall.
you just say it's spring?
This is fall. My bad. I be thinking it's fall because August fall.
It's fall.
Yeah.
August is summer.
No, I'm thinking about semesters of like the fraternity and shit.
Wow.
Fall.
That's how you keep up with your years?
It is. Fall.
Fall semester.
August. Spring. January.
Wow.
No, hear me out. Do you see what I'm saying though? I pledged in the fall.
Fall semester starts in August. Spring semester starts in January.
That's the way I
totally get what you're saying.
Okay, so there we go.
No, that's horrible.
That's how I remember.
We need you to get past that situation.
Hey, I'm sorry, I'm fucked up.
What I was asking though is this the regular time? Like, what's the different time? Like, what's the regular time? And then what's the different time?
What do you mean?
Like, okay, so what's the original time? Like, if we are falling backwards, we're losing an hour basically. Like, is this the regular?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
If we didn't have the daylight savings time shit,
I see what you're saying.
What would be the regular time when we go to the spring, or are we getting it now that we're in the fall?
I completely see what you're saying, and I have no fucking idea.
Okay, cool.
I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, I don't get it. But yeah, we can get into shits.
Let's get into the shits. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's get into the shits.
We digress.
Yeah, we digress. The shits I wanted to get into to start the episode off on,
What's up?
Jada and Will.
Oh, her funky ass. That's
Ladies,
what we talking about tonight, for real?
yeah, let's talk about it.
She funky as hell, boy.
She funky as hell. Jada.
Y'all about to get off my girl Jada, man.
I like Jada, but I like Will too. That's my guy. That's fair to say. You know, like
That pause. Yeah. Catch back.
All right, okay. I went to a '90s party. I went to a '90s birthday party. I don't think
Right.
number one, I don't think you should ever have a '90s birthday party without saying it's an '80s and a '90s. Cause '90s is difficult to plug it in to just the '90s.
You think so?
Yeah, because you can't do like Run DMC Adidas, cause that shit is '80s
No,
technically.
That's 80s.
But like
Technically, that's all the way 80s.
yes, but '90s is like
You got a lot of 90s shit, dog.
'90s was whack.
Really?
Yeah,
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm an 80s baby through and through, but the 90s wasn't whack.
name some
Not for
name some '90s costumes other than Will Smith
Oh,
and anything
no,
on
Jodeci.
anything on Fresh Prince.
Jodeci.
Is Jodeci '90s though, dog?
Yes. Are you kidding me?
That might be late
Jodeci
80s.
wasn't out in the 80s.
Might be late '80s though.
No, not at all.
So how do you dress up as Jodeci? You wear your leg kicked up.
Yeah, you gotta go Timberlands. You gotta go.
Oh,
You can do so many different things, dog. You can go Timberlands with the you can go with the full jean outfit with fucking tall tee. Like that's a 90s look, dog.
I don't agree with that. '90s. You should have to combine '80s and '90s.
Wear anything FUBU.
Oh, you can't find FUBU like that though.
Anything jersey.
All right,
Like you
all
wear
right. So-
any fucking jersey.
Jerseys were heavy in the '90s. You're right.
Jerseys was heavy as fuck.
Yeah,
All you had to
jerseys
do
were
is
heavy.
put a band-aid under your eye and you're 90s.
In your '90s.
Fuck. You're fucking 90s. Put in a grill. Fucking 90s.
Yeah, that's nice.
No, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm cheating like a motherfucker, dog. We just had like throwback day
At school.
my 9 to 5. and so throwback to kids nowadays is the 90s. So I saw all sorts of
That's
90s
the late 1900s, as they say.
shit. Right. No, Brandy, Moesha, dressing up like Moesha is 90s.
That shit all still goes back to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
How does Moesha go back to Fresh
Because
Prince?
everything she wore was worn on Fresh Prince.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so
What
I
about,
said that.
Shanae.
That was Martin.
90s.
That was on Martin.
Yes.
Said is usually defined as simple past tense and past participle of same, which means to assume it's a hypothesis or
What is Alexa talking
I don't
about?
know what the fuck she's talking about.
Said is usually
Alexa,
defined
stop.
as
Alexa, mute. All
Oh,
right.
you can do that?
Yeah, you can do that.
No, I ain't even know.
All right, so okay, so let's get into the shit.
Back to Jada Funky.
Let's get into Jada funky ass. Jada said, you might need to pull this up. Google that sweat. You might need to pull this up. Jada basically said on the internet that she cannot.
Oh my gosh.
What did she say? She said,
First
sex is
of all, I'm
hard.
about to get this all the way wrong, but she was on the Red Table talk shit
Correct this for me before I say it. Go ahead.
with Gwyneth Paltrow. How you say it? Paltrow.
Whoever that is, yeah.
It's a white lady.
Okay.
She's an actress. Anyway, and in the midst of her talking, I'm gonna say it how the internet took it. Basically, the internet took what she said to mean that Will ain't putting it down in the bedroom.
But I would say that some of the stuff I don't know if maybe you did a little more digging than me. I would also say that the internet also took it as she ran her motherfucking mouth a little extra, saying that sex is hard in a marriage after 25 years.
Right.
Is that fair to say?
That's what she said. Yes. Essentially, that's what she said. After 20 some odd years, basically, you would expect for somebody to know what you need in bed.
I got two questions behind that.
Okay.
Number one, why are you discussing your interpersonal sexual relationships about your husband on the internet? Number two, why can't you just shut the fuck up? Because you be doing way too much, Jada. You be talking about Tupac for years, and I'm just trying to figure this out. So, at some point, you got to shut the fuck up and stop bringing everybody and their mama into your relationship.
But okay, wait a minute. Hold on. She has a show that they talk about these things. They talk about women issues. Number one, here's the problem. Here's the number one problem with this whole thing.
Okay.
People take a snippet of what's said and they make a meme and it goes viral. Nobody actually watched the episode. Nobody actually saw what the context of the conversation was all about.
Because I haven't watched that.
With that being said, Jada needs to shut the fuck up sometimes.
That's what I'm saying, man. She been putting Will through some shit over the last year, bruh.
No, but this one is not her fault, in my opinion.
So
if you just take what the internet is running with, then I could see the uproar. But if you actually see the context in the way she said it, I understood what she was saying.
So tell me this: can we figure out a point of you doing too much?
Yeah,
on the internet, because
yeah,
I ain't gonna say no names, I ain't gonna do that shit, but you know, sometimes people share too much.
Yeah, everybody.
Is that fair to say? Everybody. Yeah. You know, because people say, you know, the internet is fake life, Instagram is all accomplishments, no failures. But people, you know, people will post their great side of their relationship, but they don't post the bad. So like,
boy, you just took the words out of my mouth, dog.
So are you
relationships are on social media?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So should we expect people to post the good and the bad, which might be what Jada's doing?
Which is that, and that's the reason. Again, that's the reason why I understand. I do understand it, but I want to take it a step further. I damn near respect what Jada does on that show, because it's really no different than us to a certain extent. Dog, she's giving you raw shit, raw, unfiltered, emotional, fucked up, good and bad shit. And the problem is that if you give people too much real, they start dragging you, dog.
Because everybody got a fucking opinion.
Well, not just everybody has an opinion. It's because all we see is all successes, no failures. So if somebody comes out with a fail, and I wouldn't even consider this a fail. This was just a real conversation, because we're gonna get to what she actually said in a second. Like, I don't even consider this a fail. It was just real relationship shit. People are taking it like, you shouldn't be putting that out there.
Okay.
Oh man, shut the fuck up. This is what it's for. This is what her platform is for.
Yep.
It's for women to get on there and talk about their real shit.
Okay, so I'm with that. I'm with that 110%. I understand what she's doing there. She's basically talking real shit, just like we do. We might sometimes say shit that we might not should have said, but it was real.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So what she said was, it was real, but maybe she shouldn't have said it.
But here's the thing, like, okay, so just to get to the context of what she was talking about.
Let's get into the context of what she said.
Basically, she goes into the fact that her and Will have been dealing with each other since she was 22 years old, and now she's 50.
And that's fair to say. That's fair.
22, and now she's 50. And what she was saying is that in a relationship, especially that when you've been together that long, that you need to communicate your wants and needs, because you can easily fall into this life of assumption. I assume that this is what this person likes. I assume that I'm giving this person what they need. And even if you were at one point in time, dog, people's wants and needs change, especially over that amount of time.
Absolutely.
And so and that's how I took it, at least. When you really get into the context of what she's just saying that sometimes I get to this point where I just assume that he knows what I need, but I have to do better at communicating what I want and what I need and all of those different things.
So that's where social media and everybody else and all these comments and shit took it the wrong way, which I would completely agree with that. Is that I think that she was trying to express that, like you said, after 25 years, you goddamn right.
Yeah,
you been with this motherfucker since you was. Y'all motherfuckers need to open your mouth and have some discussions about what you expect from each other, and that's completely fine. But on a social media age, the way it was presented, that shit
was that nigga wasn't putting it down. I did it again, dog. We need a jar. We need a $1
jar. We need a $1 jar every time we say nigga.
We need an N-word jar.
But
man, that brother, she put it out there like that brother can't put it down.
Yeah, but I don't even know if she was saying he can't put it down. But I think she was just saying that shit changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to open your mouth and tell me what you want me to do. Or, you know, you need to be in communication of, okay, this is what I like. I like to get head in the morning. I like to...
That morning. Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty good right there. You know, whatever it may be is what I'm saying. So I think that may be what her point was. But you know, with these social media niggas and shit, everybody got an opinion. Social media people and shit, everybody has an opinion, so they all want to get it and run with it and say, yeah, she doing Will bad. But Will don't never say that. Will don't never discuss that.
That's the other side.
So that's the other side. There's what they say. There's 3 sides to every story.
Right. Your side, my side, and the truth.
Your side, my side, and the truth. So that's why I think,
as I like to say, this, that, and the third.
This, that, and the third. So that's why I think that people lose the context behind it, because they get stuck on, okay, this is what Jada said, and Will ain't said shit.
Right.
But Will ain't gotta say shit
at all. And here's the real.
But Will just really needs to. The only person he needs to say shit is to her, and tell her,
correct.
Shut the fuck up.
Right. Like there's listen. And listen, Jada.
Jada wanna run her mouth too much.
This is what Will needs to say. Jada, I respect the hell out of what you're doing with your show. And I respect the fact that your show is so real, raw, and unfiltered.
And I stay over here. I let you do your thing.
I let you do your thing, Queen. Do you, Queen?
Do you, Queen?
But there's an entertainment value to this whole thing. You don't have to really keep fucking digging into our shit. Like, man, go ahead and
leave me out of this shit.
Use your artistic liberties to leave me out this shit.
Leave us personally out of that shit.
Right. Make up some other name. You could have told the same story. It didn't have to be about us.
Exactly. It's a way you can
change the names to protect the innocent, Jada.
Exactly. It's a way you can verbalize it to make people understand that this ain't about my current husband.
Right.
We good over here. Like, leave me the fuck.
Speaking of current.
You know what I'm saying? Like, leave me out of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that people get so caught up on entertaining, posting this false narrative of these social media relationships.
Yeah, no doubt, dog.
Like nobody and it's even beyond relationships. It's even on business and what you're doing in your personal life. No one posts their failures.
Right. All success is no failures, man.
All success is no failures. But I think that also brings you to the point of these fake relationships that people set their goals towards, those relationship goals and shit like that. But they don't understand
that. You remember when that was a thing? Relationship
goals.
No, I couldn't. That shit was so stupid.
It's stupid because you can't have relationship goals based on Jay-Z and Beyonce, but they don't post but every 3 months.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, those are not relationship goals. But that's where people get fucked up at when they relationship goals, personal goals, business goals, entrepreneur goals and shit like that, because no one posts the failures of that shit.
Right.
And that's
this is the thing that gets me about it is that when you have all of these different relationships and they're putting things out there or whatever, like, does the thought even come to mind that, oh, this isn't there every day?
It doesn't.
Like, this ain't there every day.
It can't and it doesn't, because that's where people fuck up at, because they be chasing this dream of what someone else is posting on the internet while they're going through the process of trying to figure it out. But they're always gonna only post the good shit.
Right.
When you watch the parties and shit, they only post the good angles. The party, you know what I'm saying?
The funny thing was, like, when people post their vacation pictures and shit, like that one right there gets me all the time. Like, they're posting themselves on the plane and posting themselves on the fucking
and they was arguing the whole trip.
The whole trip.
The girl trips is that one. The girl trips, they look like they got the same outfit on.
Look,
me and my bitches out here.
Where they got their drinks in their hand.
Whole time they out here. That whole time they out here. It was the worst trip ever because this bitch didn't have no money and this bitch didn't have shit, or this bitch didn't put up no funds and this and that. That's why the social media age and the social media relationships and social media fun versus the real life side of it is fucked up.
But you know, the other part about it is that we as a people, and I mean this is everybody, but you know, I like talking about us. Dog, we as a people don't talk about real shit enough. Like, we're so quick to post, you know, and yeah, I'm gonna keep with it. Dog, we so quick to post, you know, some real surface shit about business, some business that we're in. We're real quick to post, you know, the picture with you and your significant other out at dinner or out on, you know, and taking pictures or on vacation or whatever like that. But people don't talk about the real shit. I mean, very rarely. And if they do, it doesn't get hyped up. The real shit, like how couples need to break down their finances.
Let me give you an example. This is actually a pretty good example now that I think about it. We'll post the final product of the wedding.
Right.
You see what I'm going here? You see what I'm going here? But we don't post
got all that other
we don't post the fighting and debating about the guest list, about the vendors, how much this motherfucker cost.
How much ahead this is about to really be.
Why is this It's just $80 a head, and this motherfucker wants to bring they new date, they new boo.
Right, bitch, you just met this bitch, right?
This is a great example.
Like, don't be using my wedding as first date fodder.
Exactly, but that is a great example. That is a great example. I think it is of how we post the final product. We post the wedding pictures. We post the engagement pictures. We post the engagement pictures. We post the wedding pictures. We post the reception pictures. But we don't post nothing in the middle of the fights and shit you gotta go through just to pull this shit off. Exactly. Which is the same way when people post, okay, you have a female or a guy, whatever. They post we pregnant.
Right.
We having a boy. We having a girl. These are the what they call it, the reveal party. We don't post the fighting that happened in between that shit.
Right.
So that's
you don't post that first day you told that man.
Right, whoa, hold up now.
Wait, what?
Hold up now.
Huh?
Yeah.
When you said he did?
Right. Let me calculate this shit. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
That's me. I think that's me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like, I think that's the fucked up situation of the social media aspect of things versus real life.
But even with us though, as dudes, man, like I ain't gonna say I fall victim to it, but it's something that I can understand. Is like even on Instagram, dog, you see all the Instagram models and all of these females that got ass and flat stomachs and all of that type of stuff, and you kind of get caught up in this idea, like, man, why my chick ain't? Oh,
yeah, because you get caught up in that fake lifestyle of what's going on over there. But that's where people become so fucked up and segue of us trying to compete with each other on the internet, and we don't even realize that that's what we're doing because we're trying to compete with fake lives. Yeah. And at the same time, we're over here struggling physically, mentally, or whatever, spiritually, emotionally,
across the board,
and all that shit, because we're trying to keep up with these fake lifestyles on the internet.
Yeah,
that puts us in a fucked up situation. Because let me tell you something: if you don't know this, you cannot outshine or you cannot out promote what you're doing in your life more than the next person because it's fake. Right. And I think that's fair to say.
Right. Is no, you can't outlive the Instagram post.
Yeah.
Like you can't turn up more than the hashtag. Like it just is not possible to sustain that. And I think a lot of people out there, which I think this is the real sad part about it, a lot of people out there really start looking at their own lives like their lives aren't up to snuff, or they become not satisfied with their lives because they're trying to live up to some facade of what life really is
on the internet.
And you start getting all of these mental health issues that go undiagnosed, because I still think there's a taboo in our culture of, man, don't ever say you have issues or mental problems or anything like that. And we don't ever check ourselves on. We don't ever check ourselves on are we really living the type of life we should be living? And I think that question can go both ways. Do I think there's a lot of people out there that's not living up to their potential? Hell fucking yes. That doesn't mean that just because you're not living the lifestyle of an Instagram post doesn't mean that your life is trash. But there are some people that could be doing better, but your doing better doesn't mean you trying to live up to Instagram.
Yeah. Because
you know what I mean?
Because you can't compete with that. You can't compete
No.
with the fact that it took him or her 8 pictures to post this one post.
Right.
You can't compete with that. And that's where we get fucked up as a human being, or as a personal concept of trying to compete with something we're trying to compete with these ghosts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not comparable.
Not at all, dog. Here's what it is, dog. Is number one, you can't look at life through a filter. You know, there's every time you post something, you can fucking swipe and choose whatever filter you want everybody to see your little life in. That light that you want people to see your life in. But real life don't have a filter, man. There you can't change the angles. You can't find the right light. Nah, you just gotta live, and you just gotta prepare and take a step each and every day, man. Shit just don't happen out of nowhere, man. Take the little steps. Even and that's why I wanted to kind of get into the mental health side of it. It's like, dog, they have a lot of people out there that's living, decent lives, but really are not happy, are not satisfied because they can't go on a vacation every other month.
Yep.
But in real life, people don't go on vacation every other month.
But you literally have people out here who, I want people to understand this, that because I know somebody that does it. I'm not gonna put his name out there, but I know somebody that does it. He'll travel somewhere and he'll take 100 pictures, and then I'll be like, "Dog, are you still over there?"
Right.
Because he's still posting that shit 2 weeks later.
Posting it. Yeah.
No, nigga, you've been back home.
You've been back.
You've been back at work. You've been back in school.
Fact, you probably didn't start posting until you were back. So that's why we have to stop trying to live up to these social media lives versus real life, because you you cannot compete with social media lives. Right.
It's not possible.
You can't one up social media.
There's no way. You can't win.
You can't win it, dog. And I mean, and it's one females. I mean, and I hate to say it like this, but this is just what I see. Like, females, stop looking at your dudes, looking at him like he's not doing enough because y'all aren't posting something every other day.
Absolutely.
Because I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of relationships out there that are struggling with that.
Yeah, because
couples are in conflict, and the worst part about it is when you don't think you're in conflict, but your girl is resentful of some shit and she's not telling you, and you wondering, oh, why this bitch ain't really, why is it a little cold? It's a little colder now between us, and you don't have a clue what's going on. But before she go to bed every night, she spend 30 minutes just scrolling through fucking Instagram and shit,
and watching Black Love Exist post and shit.
Exactly, and now she going to bed all pissed off. You have no clue because your ass trying to go to sleep because you about to get up to go to work in the morning. And now all of a sudden you wake up, you ain't getting no hug, you ain't getting no kiss before you done walked out, because this B-word waking up mad because she done went through all the goddamn posts the night before.
Yep, and I would say that it's safe to say that most of those relationships you see on the internet ain't happy.
Fuck, boy.
I would say most of them not happy. Most of the ones you see, the people that are happy probably not posting that shit. Because they too busy having kids and having families and shit. But the people that have these people who have these Instagram couple pages and shit that your spouse may look up to, they likely got some other shit going on in they shit, and they gonna be on the next post that say what happened to this couple.
Dog, I promise you, like, I promise on everything I love, dog. Saying no names to protect the goddamn innocent. Man, you don't know how many fucking couples I know personally that's on the brink. But on social media,
They're the best shit going.
best shit going, dog. Best shit going. And vice versa, because you hit the nail on the head. The ones that are happiest, you'll never see on there.
Yep.
Or you see one of them.
That too.
You see one of them. And motherfuckers are living their best life and you don't have a clue.
Yep.
And you know the craziest part about that? Other motherfuckers will be looking at that and being like, I wonder what's going on with them. Why they don't never post nothing? Oh, something must be going on.
Something must be going
bitch,
on.
They happy.
They happy. They living their life. They chilling. They good out here. They don't have to show you every date that they go on. Things like that.
Exactly.
So a lot of those people who do stuff like that are probably the ones who's not as happy. If you see it every now and then, they're probably one of the good couples. But if you see it all the time, I'm willing to bet there's some other shit going on in that household. Unless they completely in love and all that shit. I have no problem with that.
But that's the thing, dog. And let me not, because I don't want to come off as just beating up on people that just enjoy posting and all of that type of stuff.
And that's completely
cool.
fine. I'm with you. I'm with
That's
you there.
cool.
I'm with you there.
They got a lot of people. I mean, hell, they got a lot of people. I mean, we are in a business where we know a lot of marketing people, a lot of people that have their businesses and all of that type of stuff. Man, hey, do you, kings and queens?
Do you?
If that's your life, if that's your thing, I get it. There's a lot of people out there though that's allowing their mental to be disturbed because they're putting too much stock into other people's lives.
Into other
That's
people's,
what I'm saying.
Into other people's lives and other people's approvals.
That's true too.
Approvals.
That's
Because
another
a lot of
one.
these people, a lot of these couples want to post their approval. You know what I'm saying? Like, an example. Yeah, I'll say it. An example of the approval that people want, or the approval that people ask for, may want, may need, is like, okay, I just got engaged.
Right.
I'll post a whole video of how I got engaged, and they like, we want to see the ring. That ain't none of your business.
Right. Why?
Why does that even matter?
Right.
I don't need your approval of the ring. Maybe she wanted a big ass ring, and that's not what you need to see. Maybe she wanted a small ring. That's not.
Maybe she didn't want a ring.
Maybe she didn't want it. Maybe she wanted a duplex.
Right. Maybe she, instead of spending the money on a ring, maybe she wanted to spend the money on their house.
On their house. Exactly. So I think that's where a lot of people get fucked up at when it comes to social media approvals and social media relationships versus real life.
No, I just get I feel bad. I really feel bad for young couples. Young couples, because as a young couple, you're still trying to establish yourself. You probably have 2 entry-level jobs.
Yep.
You know, you may or may not even have kids yet and all of those different things because you're trying to establish. You're probably living in an apartment before you get your house and all of those things. So as a young couple, and I'm glad I missed this whole era, but if you're a 21, 22, you know, maybe 23-year-old, you know, you fresh out of college and you just happen to be in that long-term monogamous relationship or just relationship in general, like, how do you try to keep up? Like, there's no way you should be trying to keep up with people that's jet setting everywhere. Y'all, like, y'all ass should be saving.
Yeah, and I would even take that a little further to say that even if you're not even in your relationship, and in a couples, married, whatever relationship, you personally.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, undergrads now got to keep up heavy because everything's on the internet. Everything's on the internet. Back in the day, shit, man, we was lucky if this car made us to the club and back.
God, man, come on with it, dog. You know, it was a thing to be a broke college student.
Yeah,
that was
like,
a
nigga,
thing.
I ain't got no car. Like, can I ride with you? Or let's walk. Or let's walk to the store.
Like, think about all of the trips that college kids are taking now.
Yeah,
And we couldn't afford that shit.
but we was lucky. We went to a classic up the road.
That's what I'm saying. And the
These
craziest
motherfuckers
part
go all
about
the way
it
to
is,
Florida, Atlanta, Texas, all this shit.
right. And that's what I'm saying, dog. We had money. Like, I mean, because we had businesses while we were in undergrad. Dog, so compared to the average college student, I know I can speak for both of us. We had shit going on that was bringing in money.
Yeah.
You know, and not only with the frat shit and road tripping and all of that, dog, we lived the undergrad lifestyle that we moved around probably more than the typical college student.
Yeah. But these college,
I can't imagine I can't imagine trying to keep up with that lifestyle now.
These
dog.
motherfuckers now, like, I cannot even say that my home chapter, my neos at my home chapter, I can't even say any of them that I actually know. I can't even say any of them live in a dorm.
Right.
Because
you gotta have an apartment.
Like, you gotta have an apartment to be cool. I don't even know if they have dorms anymore. I don't even know if dorms even exist.
Everything on campus apartments.
Yeah, they're on campus apartments now. Like, I don't know. Remember we used to have that they call them his and hers in houses now, or
the suite bathrooms.
The suite bathrooms, nigga.
Yeah.
We had two on this side, two on the other side, with one toilet, one bath, one shower in the middle, and you was lucky to get that because you might have had to go down the hall to share it with the whole fucking floor.
Dog, like, one of the essential things that you needed to bring to college was
shower shoes.
Shower shoes. Like, dog, it was a thing.
These kids know nothing about that because they so fucking spoiled.
No,
but they're so spoiled and trying to keep up and be cool.
Trying to keep up, dog.
They're trying to keep up and be cool because when we went on road trips back in the day, you was lucky if you made it there and back to that motherfucker.
Dog, the road trip, dog. We went on the road trip automatically saying across on the corner, dog. Man, we wasn't getting hotels.
No,
we wasn't doing none of that shit.
I'm here, Q. I'm here. I'm at the frat house.
Hey, I'm here.
I'm here.
Visiting bros.
I'm not going to sleep. I'm not going to sleep because I ain't got nowhere to stay. Is why I'm not going to sleep.
Right. No, we all night flights was because we ain't had nowhere to go.
Yep.
No, and that's what all I'm saying, dog. And this is all I want the people to hear is that, dog, you don't have to keep up. You don't have to keep. And I know I'm gearing this to my females just because I feel like it's such a thing in our Queens culture, dog. Like, ladies, you don't have to keep up.
You don't.
You don't have to keep up. And don't be lonely because you're looking for that dude that you think is keeping up.
Yep.
Cause he lying too.
But that nigga lying too. Cause having that shit crazy. Cause like now I couldn't imagine.
Boy,
meeting motherfuckers on the internet and listen. Like, you know, back in the day, you know, remember it was like cool for a second to meet somebody on the internet, and then it was like, that's kind of lame to social media date, or and then now it's like that's the only option they got now.
Right. It was weird to meet people on the internet.
Yeah. Now
you remember when it was weird?
Yeah, definitely.
Like you're a weirdo. You trying to meet me through the internet? You're a weirdo.
Yeah.
Like, that was weird.
Yeah, like, nigga, what are you doing? Like, but now that's the only way.
Right. I also remember when it was weird to get into cars with perfect strangers and let them fucking just take you wherever they want to take you. But we do that shit all the time now too.
Absolutely.
Fucking here's the Uber.
Right. Now let's get the fuck out of here.
Fucking everybody hitchhiking.
No, we
we all hitchhiking now. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's what we doing. That's what we doing though.
We are.
We basically sitting here with our thumbs up. Our thumbs up is on the internet now. It's through an app, so it's safe now.
Right, it's through an app, so it's safe.
Shit's fucked
Yeah,
up.
all
right.
I do it all the time. Don't worry about it.
No,
it's cool. I do it so it's safe.
No. Take us out of here, dog. You know what we do about this time?
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I need to announce its last call at the bar. Oh.
All right, closing shots, man. My closing shot tonight is my good people, gang. Y'all, do y'all have a hobby? Like, y'all remember when hobbies were a thing? What's your hobby? Like, are you into computers? Are you into video games? Are you into doing puzzles or fucking little fucking model airplanes? I don't know, man. Where are the hobbies? What are hobbies nowadays? Man, y'all put into the comments, man. I'm looking for a hobby. Put into the comments what your hobby is so I can find me a new fucking hobby.
Niggas don't have hobbies anymore.
That niggas don't have hobbies. See, dog, we gonna be
this shit you do just shit you do just to have fun. Like this is my hobby.
Yeah, dog. Like everything, and this is where I'm going with that. Like, I feel like everything is either or. Everything is super serious, and we gotta be woke and conscious, and we gotta make sure we on top of it and for the people, and this that, or it gotta be super ignorant, like hip hop love show. Like, what's the in between? I don't want to, like, when I have free time, I don't want to have to read the latest Black conscious, Cornel West book, and I don't want to watch goddamn Flavor of Love. Like, can I get an in between? Can I get a hobby? That's all I want. I just want a hobby. Y'all tell me what's a good hobby for me to have. That's all I'm looking for, dog. Just a good hobby. Cheers to you.
All right, my closing shots. I wanted to basically tell everybody, bet on yourself.
I like it.
If you play poker or shoot dice, whatever, however you gamble. If you gamble,
why you say play craps?
Shoot craps, whatever.
Play craps. That sounds like the casino game.
Yeah,
nigga shoot dice.
I want to tell everybody. I want to tell everybody to, like you said, find you a hobby, but find you something that you're really interested in. Research it, learn it, put it into motion, and just fucking do it. If you want to start a LLC, start a business, start you an Amazon truck, start you a non-profit, whatever you want to do, just fucking do it. Push all your chips in, put it on the table.
Just do it.
And bet on yourself, man. Invest in yourself. Stop letting these companies make money off of you. Just fucking bet on yourself, man. And that's my closing shot. To encourage everyone out there, all of our listeners, everybody that's doing anything that you're doing, to step back and bet on yourself instead of betting on everybody else. And that is my closing shot that I don't have poured up, but I'm gonna pour it up now.
Pour it up, dog.
Yeah, bet on yourself. And that's it. So, bam, take us out of here and do what we do.
That's what's up, man. Now, this was a good episode, man. I'm glad we got to get a lot of stuff off our chest, man. Jada, I love you, baby. You still our queen.
But chill out.
Just chill your ass out.
Chill the fuck out.
Chill your ass out, man. Chill your ass out, dog.
Chill out.
But yeah, dog.
Let's do what
This
we
is how
do
we do
about
around
this
this
time.
man.
Let's do what we do
Man,
about
we
this time.
always in the show like this, man. I'm glad y'all stayed with us to the end. Man, y'all enjoy y'all weekend. We will be here next week, Friday at noon. Chicken and Whiskey Podcast. I'm your boy Jay Do the Groove. That man right there is Young.
I am Rob Hollywood.
God is love.
And love is God.
DJ, play my theme.
Fucking theme music.
We got the chicken and whiskey, everybody is tipsy. Got the two-piece, and you know that it's crispy. Welcome to the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast. We keep the combo flowing, hope you got a tall glass. Hosted by your favorite two, Rob Hollywood and J Duke the Groove. There ain't no limits, we cover everything. Give it to you straight, we ain't pulling no strings. You know we chop it up just like sushi. Like the chicken, the conversation juicy. No topic is ever off limit. And it's so hot, you don't wanna miss a minute. Culture and sports, going back and forth. Relationships, every topic on earth. Now watch the show on YouTube. Make sure you're early, I ain't tryna be rude. And listen to us on your favorite place, the Hero Podcast. Cause you should have a blast. Every Friday at noon is when it goes down. We got the hottest combo around. You know what time it is. You ain't gotta ask me your favorite podcast. Nah, it's the Chicken and Whiskey Podcast. Let's go.